Zooey Claire Deschanel is an American actress, musician, and songwriter. She made her film debut in Mumford and had a supporting role in Cameron Crowe's film Almost Famous. Deschanel is known for her deadpan roles in comedy films such as The Good Girl, The New Guy, Elf, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Failure to Launch, Yes Man, 500 Days of Summer and Our Idiot Brother. She has also ventured into dramatic film territory with Manic, All the Real Girls, Winter Passing, Bridge to Terabithia, The Happening and The Driftless Area. From 2011 to 2018, she starred as Jessica Day on the Fox sitcom New Girl, for which she received nominations for a Primetime Emmy Award and 3 Golden Globe Awards. For a few years starting in 2001, Deschanel performed in the jazz cabaret act If All the Stars Were Pretty Babies with actress Samantha Shelton. In 2006, Deschanel teamed up with M. Ward to form She and Him, and subsequently released their debut album, Volume 1, in 2008. They have since released 5 albums, Volume 2, A Very She and Him Christmas, Volume 3, Classics, and Christmas Party. She received a Grammy Award nomination for Best Song Written for Visual Media for So Long, which was featured on the soundtrack of the 2011 film Winnie the Pooh. Besides singing, she plays keyboards, percussion, banjo, and ukulele. Deschanel is also a co-founder of the female-focused website Hello Giggles, which was acquired by Time, Inc. in 2015. Early life. Deschanel was born in Los Angeles, California, the younger daughter of cinematographer and director Caleb Deschanel and actress Mary Jo Deschanel. Her paternal grandfather was French, from Moulins, Rhône, and her paternal grandmother came from a Quaker family. She also has Swiss, Dutch, English, Irish, and other French ancestry. She was named after Zooey Glass, the male protagonist of J.D. Salinger 1961 novella Franny and Zooey. Her older sister is actress Emily Deschanel, who starred in the Fox crime comedy drama series Bones. Deschanel lived in Los Angeles, but spent much of her childhood traveling because her father shot films on location. She later said that she hated all the traveling. "I'm really happy now that I had the experience, but at the time I was just so miserable to have to leave my friends in Los Angeles and go to places where they didn't have any food I liked or things I was used to." She attended Crossroads, a private preparatory school in Santa Monica, where she befriended future CO stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Kate Hudson. She sang throughout high school, planning to pursue a career in musical theater and attending French Woods Festival of the Performing Arts. She attended Northwestern University for 9 months before dropping out to pursue acting. Acting career. 1999–2002, early acting credits. Deschanel had a guest appearance on the television series Veronica's Closet in 1998. She made her film debut in Lawrence Kasdan's comedy Mumford, revolving around the neurotic residents in a small town, and CO starring Hope Davis, Jason Lee, Alfre Woodard, and Mary McDonnell. That same year, she appeared in a non-singing role in the music video for the Offspring's single She's Got Issues, which premiered on September 27, 1999. Deschanel was a judge for the 9th Independent Music Awards. In 2005, she modeled for Chanel and Clemence Ribeiro, and in 2010, she signed to represent Rimmel. Deschanel co-starred in Cameron Crowe's semi-autobiographical Almost Famous, where she played Anita Miller, the rebellious older sister of a teenage journalist. Despite a modest box office response, the film received critical praise, winning the Golden Globe Award for Best Film Musical or Comedy. Deschanel appeared in the independent drama Manic, as the love interest of a troubled teen. The film was screened at the Sundance Film Festival and received a limited theatrical release. The New York Times found Deschanel to be particularly spontaneous, unaffected, and emotionally direct in her role. Following early notice, Deschanel took on supporting parts in 4 feature films released throughout 2002, Big Trouble, The New Guy, The Good Girl, and Abandon. In the comedy Big Trouble, with Tim Allen and Rene Russo, she played the daughter of a devoted and reluctant woman, and in the teen comedy The New Guy, starred as a guitar player in a band. Deschanel portrayed a cynical, plain-spoken young woman working in a big box store in the black dramedy The Good Girl, opposite Jennifer Aniston and Jake Gyllenhaal. The psychological thriller Abandon saw her play the roommate of a woman involved in her boyfriend's disappearance. Deschanel also made a one-episode appearance in Frasier, as Roz's out-of-control cousin, Jen. The New York Times reported that Deschanel was one of Hollywood's most sought-after young stars in 2002, and the Los Angeles Times wrote in early 2003 that Deschanel had become a recognizable type, due to her deadpan, sardonic and scene-stealing performances as the protagonist's best friend. Deschanel objected to her typecasting, arguing, "A lot of these roles are just a formula idea of somebody's best friend, and it's like, I don't even have that many friends. In high school, I stayed home all the time, so I don't know how I'm everybody's best friend now." 2003-2010, Breakthrough. Deschanel obtained her first leading film role debut in the independent drama All the Real Girls as Noelle, a sexually curious 18-year-old virgin who has a life-changing romance with an aimless 22-year-old. The film premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and was an Arthur's success. Her performance received wide critical acclaim, and Variety remarked, "Performances are all credible and naturalistic, but standing out from the rest is Deschanel's work, which evinces an impressively direct connection to her character's emotions. The actress does a wonderful job presenting a young woman who is trying, with varying degrees of success, to give voice to all sorts of things she has never felt or expressed before." She received an Independent Spirit Award nomination for Best Actress. Also in 2003, Deschanel starred opposite Will Ferrell in the Christmas comedy Elf as a deadpan department store worker and the love interest of a man raised by Santa's elves. Reviewers found the film to be a spirited, good-natured family comedy as part of an overall positive critical response, and, budgeted at $33 million, Elf made $220.4 million worldwide. In 2004, Deschanel starred in Eulogy, and in 2005 played Trillian in the film adaptation of Douglas Adams's science fiction novel The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. She acted in Winter Passing, CO starring Will Ferrell. Deschanel next appeared in Failure to Launch, as the neurotic roommate of Sarah Jessica Parker's character. She also had a recurring role in 4 episodes of the Showtime television series Weeds from 2006 to 2007, where she played Caught, Andy Botwin's quirky ex-girlfriend. In September 2006, it was announced that Deschanel had signed on to play 1960s singer Janis Joplin in the film The Gospel According to Janis, to be co-written and directed by Penelope Spheris. The film was scheduled to begin shooting in 2006, but was then postponed indefinitely. It was then resurrected again, with a planned release date of 2012, before being cancelled altogether in 2011. Deschanel expressed frustration with the cancellation, saying she had spent 3 years working on imitating Joplin's scratchy singing voice. In 2007, Deschanel appeared in Bridge to Terabithia, in which she played a quirky music teacher, and the animated film Surf's Up, voicing a penguin. She took on the brief role of Dorothy Evans in the revisionist western The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, and starred in the B-comedy Flakes, which was released in only one theater. Deschanel starred as DG in the sci-fi miniseries Tin Man, a reimagined science fiction version of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It aired in December 2007. Deschanel also narrated the children's book Players in Pigtails. She voiced Mary, Cletus's daughter, in 3 episodes of The Simpsons since debuting on the April 27, 2008, episode, Apocalypse Cow. In M. Night Shyamalan's thriller The Happening, she starred opposite Mark Wahlberg as a couple trying to escape from an inexplicable natural disaster. Despite largely negative reviews, critic Roger Ebert felt that Wahlberg and Deschanel's performances bring a quiet dignity to their characters, and globally, the film made $163 million. She starred in the independent comedy Gigantic, which screened at the Toronto International Film Festival and was distributed for a limited release in certain parts of the United States only. In the comedy Yes Man, she played an unorthodox singer and the girlfriend of Jim Carrey's character. The film grossed $223.1 million around the world. Deschanel reunited with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the independent romantic drama about the development and demise of a relationship, Days of Summer. The film garnered critical acclaim and became a sleeper hit, earning over $60 million in worldwide returns, far exceeding its $7.5 million budget. Mark Adams of the Daily Mirror found the film to be a modern romance for grown-ups and a sweet-natured, funny, deeply romantic tale blessed with top-notch performances by Deschanel and Gordon-Levitt, who are both charming and have real chemistry. In December 2009, Deschanel guest-starred in a Christmas episode of the Fox crime procedural comedy drama Bones, which was the first ever on-screen pairing of the Deschanel sisters. 2010-present, I Knew Girls/I and Other Projects. None. Music career. Singing and performing. In 2001, Deschanel formed If All the Stars Were Pretty Babies, a jazz cabaret act with fellow actress Samantha Shelton. The pair performed around Los Angeles. In March 2007, Deschanel contributed vocals to 2 songs, Slowly and Ask Her to Dance, on the album Night Timing by Jason Schwartzman's band Coconut Records. It was reported that Deschanel and M. Ward, who had previously performed with Deschanel on stage, were recording music under the moniker She and Him. Their first album, titled Volume 1, was released by Merge Records on March 18, 2008. It received a strong response from critics, with Paste magazine voting it the #1 album of 2008. Patrick Caldwell of the Austin American-Statesman wrote, "The album gently rambled through 13 tracks of sun-dappled pop, with a gentle Arbisonian charm and sweet, wistful vocals from Deschanel." Deschanel recorded The Fabric of My Life for a 2009 advertising campaign for Cotton Incorporated. On March 23, 2010, the second She and Him album, Volume 2, was released. Deschanel and M. Ward both featured on The Place We Ran From, the album by Snow Patrol member Gary Lightbody's side project, Tired Pony. Deschanel contributed vocals to the tracks Get on the Road and Point Me at Lost Islands, while M. Ward contributed vocals and guitar to the track Held in the Arms of Your Words and guitar to the track That Silver Necklace. Deschanel performed God Bless America during the 7th inning stretch in Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and San Francisco Giants on October 19, 2010, at AT&T Park in San Francisco. On October 23, 2011, Deschanel performed The Star-Spangled Banner before Game 4 of the World Series between the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, Texas. Deschanel contributed a cover of Buddy Holly's It's So Easy for the tribute album Listen to Me, Buddy Holly, released on September 6, 2011. She had previously appeared on Rave on Buddy Holly, with She and Him performing Oh, Boy, released in June 2011. A Very She and Him Christmas was announced on Pitchfork.com in September 2011. The 12-track Christmas album was released October 25, 2011, under Merge Records. On December 28, 2011, she and Joseph Gordon-Levitt recorded an informal version of What Are You Doing New Year's Eve for her Hello Giggles YouTube channel. It was immensely popular and within 4 days had over 6 million views. Deschanel was featured on bandmate M. Ward's 6th solo album, A Wasteland Companion. During a May 2012 performance at the Ryman Auditorium, country music singer Loretta Lynn announced that she was in the development stages of creating a Broadway musical from her autobiography and Deschanel would play the title role, saying, "There's a little girl backstage that's going to do the play of Coal Miner's Daughter on Broadway." She then brought Deschanel on stage and the two sang a duet of the title song. On September 21, 2012, it was announced that Deschanel was producing the comedy Must Be Nice, written by New Girl consulting producer J.J. Philbin. She and Him's next album, Volume 3, was released by Merge Records in May 2013. In the 15-track album, Deschanel wrote 11 songs, while 3 others are cover songs. It debuted at number 15 on the Billboard 200. The band's 5th studio album, Classics, received a December 2014 release by Columbia Records, and it features 13 covers of classic songs, recorded live and accompanied by a 20-piece orchestra. Response towards the album was positive, with Robert Ham for Alternative Press writing that Deschanel is a delight, at times coy and romantic, and in other moments, moody and pensive. She also appeared as a guest vocalist on Brian Wilson's album No Peer Pressure. She and Him's second Christmas album and 6th album overall, Christmas Party, was released in 2016. Film-related music. Deschanel made her on-screen singing debut in The New Guy. In Elf, she sings Baby, It's Cold Outside with Will Ferrell in the bathroom shower scene, Auld Lang Syne with James Caan on piano and with Leon Redbone on the soundtrack. Her piano composition Bittersweet was used thematically in the dark dramedy Winter Passing, in which she co-starred with Ferrell and Ed Harris, and also sings My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean in the film. In 2007, other singing credits followed, the television musical Once Upon a Mattress, an old cabaret song in the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, and the short film Raving. Deschanel and a cast of school children sing the Steve Earle song Someday and Wars Why Can't We Be Friends, in Bridge to Terabithia. In Yes Man, Deschanel sings several songs featured in the film and on the film soundtrack, and is shown singing Aha and Sweet Ballad with San Franciscan all-girl electro-soul punk group Von Eva in a fictional band called Munchausen by Proxy. In 500 Days of Summer, Deschanel sings a cover of the Smiths' Please, 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 Let Me Get What I Want, and it appears on the soundtrack of the film, as performed by she and him. She also sings a cover of Sugar Town by Nancy Sinatra. Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a music video, called Bank Dance, directed by 500 Days of Summer director Mark Webb, to accompany the film. It uses the She and Him song Why Do You Let Me Stay Here, and some complicated choreography, choreographed by Michael Rooney. Mason Novick, the film's producer, said, "We made the short because Zooey came in and said, I have this idea, because I didn't get to dance in the movie." Deschanel sings the greatest most beautiful love song in all the land with James Franco in the comedy Your Highness. She also appears with M. Ward in a number of songs on the soundtrack album for Disney's animated version of Winnie the Pooh, earning a Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media nomination for So Long. Deschanel wrote and performed the theme song to New Girl. Also, in Season 3's episode Prince, the song Fall in Love Tonight is sung by Deschanel and Prince. In Rock the Casbah, she sang a cover of Meredith Brooks's Bitch, which is featured in the soundtrack for the film. In 2016, Deschanel voiced Bridget, the scullery maid in the animated film Trolls. Other work. In May 2011, after the success of her Hello Giggles YouTube channel, Deschanel, along with producer Sophia Rossi and writer Molly McAleer, founded the website HelloGiggles.com, an entertainment website geared towards women. HelloGiggles.com was acquired by Time, Inc. in 2015.